There's one question I get asked on my channel all the time, and it's, can the Voodoo Bizango Pro jump? So today, we're gonna find out. So I'm a pretty average rider, and in today's market, this is a pretty average bike. When we buy a bike, we want it to be able to handle everything we want to ride without holding us back. We want room to progress. And one of the main things that people want to learn on a bike is jumping. Hence the question, can this bike jump? This is Hilltop Bike Park, a free mini bike park with some dedicated jump lines. Here, there's plenty of opportunity to get some airtime. So to test an average rider on an average bike, I'm planning on riding the blue and red jump lines here. These are the kinds of trails an average rider would be attempting. Combined, these have plenty of berms and jumps to put this bike to the test. So let's head up the push-up track. So let me tell you a thing or two about this bike. So yeah, 29er hardtail, originally from Halfords. I've had it a couple of years, but you haven't seen it on the channel for a while. And I have been riding it. I've been doing some sort of evening trail rides and things. And I've also done a lot of commuting on this bike. And anyone that commutes knows that commuting trashes your bike. There's dust and grease everywhere. You probably don't clean it as well as you would after a trail ride. So it's certainly had some fair use. There's a few creaks and moans coming from it a few places, and my brake isn't working very well. But it's great fun to ride normally, so I'm really keen to see if I'm still able to hit some jumps on this thing. So let's go. Dropping into the blue, you first have these left to right wiggles, which are a bit dry today, but that didn't stop the Bizango Pro. After this left berm, you have two bike length tabletops.
Oh yes.
Smooth.
Lovely.
You then have this large, almost 180 berm to the right, and then a big left-hander into another tabletop, which turns out to be quite short.
Ooh, overshot that one to flat.
Then another large one.
Ooh.
And one final jump with a steep landing, which I think I tagged slightly with the back wheel. And that's the blue line. 5 great jumps and no problems for the bike.
Woo. Amazing. That felt really good actually. Plenty of air time. Actually felt really smooth in the jumps. Superb. Right, back to the top, and let's try the red line. Of course, this being a hardtail, you feel it a lot more, but you do get a lot of pop over the jumps. So I'm really interested to see how this red line feels.
But before that, I had something else to sort out.
Oh no. I've had the suspension locked out this whole time. Oh, well that might change things a bit.
Yep, I hadn't opened my suspension. What a rookie. So with that rectified, it's time for the red trail. This has a few harder features, starting with a small left hip, into a racer, and then this tabletop. Cruising around the right berm, you ride a small shark fin, down into a longer racer, and then towards this long tabletop with a horrible takeoff. But this is followed by a lovely big tabletop, and then into this left to right transition jump. Awesome fun and really flowy. These jumps are well over a bike length, and the Bizango rode them smoothly.
Amazing.
And after that, there was clearly only one thing left to do. Ride some more.
Oh, I nearly overshot that.
So it's clear that this bike will not hold back the average rider. In fact, it being a hardtail, it was really easy to get into the air with these jumps. So there you have it. We can finally close the book on whether the Voodoo Bizango Pro can jump, and I think it's proved itself worthy. But before I go, there's just one more thing.
So after watching me ride, Jim now wants to have a go to see what it's like as well.
Yes, the Voodoo Bizango Pro is contagious. For the past year, Jim's been riding his big full suspension e-bike, so riding a manual hardtail is going to be a little bit different.
I think he liked it.
Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.